Her first name is Wu. Her second name is Men. But her surname is synonymous with death, it seems. Victimization faster than neighborhood watch in a white neighborhood, and we are quick to tell it death stats, but look at the death it breeds. At one point, we dealt in the land of queens. At one point, in the days of Kakuruka and Munguda, we dealt in the land of queens. And how loud should the blood of the innocent be before freedom hears? You see, my testosterone levels are toxically raised to erase and lay to waste the ideology of she was asking for it with her skimpy skirt down her waist. And every time she leaves home, her eulogy is prepared because who knows, whoever she interacts with might just be another basket case. It takes a village to raise a child, but it seems it takes a nation to be quiet about the abuse of its mom. We burning bridges by the building them in the name of the deceased, they say, but that don't bring Magdalena back. In the name of peaceful progress, we've seen no increase in progress, and so if safety in university is zero, then how much might a high school learner lack? You see, we should call it what it is. This is what love famine is. Some men failed, and the consequence of that is broken families. And there's greater things to be worried about than feeling intimidated or insulted in the face of feminists. You see, the protest was an indication of a revolution that is yet to be televised. We are speedily coming for your policies. We are the roots that caught ground as a result of fallen seeds. It is not gender-based violence. It is barbaric violation of human beings. You see, my college friend Lisa was left breathless at the ruthless hands of a barbarian. We placed her memories on a wall to hang on, so do allow me this time to mourn Elisa. And as I exercise the freedom of movement in an ancient portal to a time of Queen Aminatu, Queen Nefertiti, Queen Cleopatra, the unsung songs of these immortal heroes tell Da Vinci a mere fragment of these goddesses cannot be equated to a portrait of a Mona Lisa. For these are the oracles of Nangili Nashima, Hashinunda wa Kongali, Hashongo wa Kongali Ambangula, Hainapulayo Kantimama Hukwa, Hailapa ya Hulime Kondobo, Malengada. We fast forward to an era of postmodernism where post-sharing feeds clout, its shock value at the expense of her body that's barely found. Protect the culprits while Joanita Mabula's blood cries for freedom from beneath the soil. The system failed her. We are tired of non-prevailing justice. Tread carefully as you approach us. We are the landlords of these deadly grounds. Carried on the brittle backs of those that fiddle checks, this African elephant weight of young revolutionaries are nothing short of a lethal cannon. Food stomping as loud as an African drum, our souls echo. We need justice for Magdalena Stoffels, Tina Deje, Lucia Shikongo, and Shannon. But you see, resentment spoke to me, clenching a fist, and asked me, what right do I have to speak on women issues if I carry the image of toxicity and a narrative that perpetuates violence? Suggesting that somehow my loins are villainous, but I learned in a heated argument, maintain silence. One of my grandfather's wise sayings rang truth that day. He told me, as much as the stomach is for food, the strength of a man is for guidance. He said, look, love not because it's reciprocated, but love regardless. Isn't that what being a child of God is? It's post-colonial and untreated childhood trauma, the consequence of which is tethered rage, the daily plight of a black man, the deadly men don't cry narrative that has done more damage than good, and maybe, just maybe, that's why our societies lack men. Patriarchal accolades are said to be synonymous with men. So speak to me with your chest tucked in, you're toxic as legend has it. It is said of the modern black man that placed on a pH scale, he is all methoxybenzoic acid. I read about a false sexual assault accusation. Exonerated Malcolm Alexander served 38 years for a sexual crime he didn't commit. 38 years. That's a long sentence to get to a point. So you tell me this. What is the difference between a life lost and a life operating at a loss? I thought so, because your ideology is just as biased. Opposed narratives are supposedly toxic, and you only embrace those that align to yours. But be that as it may, I navigate through this dark world in my royal shade of black, in the absence of which they would not have known light. I am the embodiment of greatness, but with their level of ignorance, they would not have known that. We have never sought to be equal with the white man, for he is not the criteria nor the yardstick upon which equality is measured, and that's a known fact. And so by God and for God, I am for the Abrahamic descendant, but also, typically speaking, I'm just an old soul. because I'm a speaker that spoke through a broken speaker. I stand as a figure of speech, metaphorically speaking. I am poetry. I am a poet, see? I'm just a colonial brief, a melanin product of fallen seed, and the problem with pain sometimes is feeling important, see? But I hope you took this piece to heart and considered it as racial potency. Thank you.